Okay. So then let me get my hair together. Okay, because this is going to be recorded. Mer. Okay. So as y'all may or may not know, from time to time I have dabbled in white men's. Okay, like sometimes I just love me a little white man's. Okay, and I would say I don't want to say that it's like a fetish per se, but I want to say that from time to time I've been like, okay, like this is my little white boy, you know what I mean? But and like don't let and like let me just talk about this. Um I know that for a little bit, I definitely thought that I had met white boys with flavor, which actually translated into these were white men who grew up in like predominantly like white families, or rather grew up around people of color, but like were poor. So therefore, they think that because they were poor alongside of people of color, that they don't have any privileges. And I think that that's like a phenomenon that has a lot to do with like classism, but also a lack of intersectionality. Because if white people understood, you're still white. You know what I mean? Even though you ain't got but fucking $20 in that bank account, you're still white. So like you have to know that there are so many privileges that come with being white, regardless of where the fuck you grew up. You know what I mean? Because like case in point, this nigga's a manager at a fucking company right now, wearing suits and shit. But I'm like, but bitch, like, did you grow up in a suit? No. Did you grow up around niggas in suits? No. But real quick, this white man was able to go to TJ Maxx, go to motherfucking TJ Maxx, girl, or be a Maxxinista, go down to or okay, that is a TJ Maxx, okay, or go down to fucking Burlington Coat Factory, girl, and get them a suit. And go out there and turn it out. I'm telling you, like the code switching is fucking incredible. White people can really act like they got some flavor. Really, like white people are good for like white dudes. Let me say this: white dudes real good at going down to like a flea market or a motherfucking Eblins or some shit, getting them a little fucking tall tee, getting them some lugs, getting them some boots or some shit, and then totally acting like they're down da 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 because they got a faded ass bronze chain or some shit. I'm telling you, like blackness, like what people think is blackness is not really blackness. And I don't mean that to like say that like you're not black if you partake in like the spectacles idea of blackness. I just want you to know that that scope is so fucking limited. It's like, if you notice, like look at what is portrayed as blackness on television. It's the same tropes, it's the same shit. So you have to know that there are gonna be black people who live outside of that. You know what I mean? Like just like all white, like how white people be calling other white people white trash. That's be like white trash is an indicator of white supremacy. The fact that they have to differentiate between white people to say that is a white trash person. And a lot of people want to say that white trash and nigger are on par, but they're really fucking not. They're really fucking not. Let me tell you, because white trash indicates that white people are not trash. You have to add that this white person is trash, into their description of being white, because they're not just white, they are white trash, meaning that they still have the privilege, but under in white people's eyes or whatever, they're like usually just don't have money, or maybe they do shit to survive that don't really look respectable in the white person's eye. Um, but anyways, let me get into this because like I had a whole thing that I was trying to say. I'm annoyed as fuck because I like for a while, like a while ago, I started talking to this white dude, girl, okay, and like I didn't even think he was super cute, but I thought he was okay, and he was older than me, so I typically like to date older dudes than me just because, even if they don't have it all the way together, um, they like usually we're on par, you feel me, with our bullshit. Like I'm 23. If I find me like a 26, 27, 28-year old, I feel like we're on par in terms of like our fuckery and shit. But like 9 times out of 10, these niggas at least have jobs. You feel me? I think like the older dudes that you get, they at least have some sort of idea of job stability. However, like No, to be realistic, most dudes that I've dated under like 25 really don't have their shit together, and there's no hate against them. I'm just saying I'm not going to be fucking wasting my time with somebody who don't have their shit together because I don't have my shit together. So like that's the type of person I am in a relationship. I'm looking for the person that don't got what the fuck I that has what I don't got and vice versa. You feel me? Um so with that said, this is an older white dude, like older, okay, like older. And I shouldn't say older that many times because I'm really talking about 30-year-old, so let me stop. This is a 30-year-old white dude. So I'm over here thinking, okay, 30-year-old white dude, manager of the company, has his own house, has a dog, that nigga is stable. So I'm over here catching myself talking to this dude, and I was getting annoyed at first because he was really just trying to play me. I felt, I felt like he was trying to play me, mainly because I invited him to like hang out or something, and like he came up with this bullshit ass excuse about how I should like drive to him or some shit, and I didn't drive at the time. I still don't really drive at the time, but like I didn't drive at the time, and therefore I wasn't gonna do that. But the shit that makes me laugh is, we talked forever to just try to establish like how we would hang out because we established that like we would like to hang out with each other because we were attracted to each other and weren't annoyed by each other. However, I just there was just like all this shit and like just trying to like connect with this nigga. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I moved to New Orleans, right? So I moved to fucking New Orleans, and this nigga stay hit me up talking about some, oh, I want to be the dude that comes to visit you. I want you to be the girl I see when I come to New Orleans, and da, da, da. And like young and dumb, totally had like this stupid ass idea where like I would hang out with this dude in New Orleans, and that would just be what the fuck it was. But it ended up not happening because niggas are dumb. But also, like, this nigga just came up with this dumbass idea to, like, invite all his, like, peoples to come out to New Orleans and shit, and he's never even been. So I was like, okay, bitch, like, how you gonna be telling people to come to New Orleans with you and you ain't never fucking been there your fucking self? You don't even know if you fuck with it like that, you feel me? Granted, I know people who fucks with New Orleans after coming, but there are people who really don't fucks with New Orleans once they come here. Like, they really just end up just disliking it, and it sucks whenever people don't like New Orleans, because it's like, how could you not like New Orleans? Like what? But there are people, girl. There are people, and I can understand that. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't understand how people could be mad at New Orleans, cause bitch, I've been mad at New Orleans before. I done cussed that bitch out. I cussed New Orleans out before, so I can't really sit here and say I don't feel you. However, I'm not gonna play you like, New Orleans ain't the shit to me, because it is. I love New Orleans. Get some hot ass peanuts. You can get booze anywhere and drink it on the street. I'm sorry. I love New Orleans for like the fucked up reasons. The fact that like you could just really do you and just enjoy yourself. But anyways, getting off topic. This dude, I pretty much like deaded him a couple times, and then he came back into my life again when I went to New Orleans, and then was trying to make plans again. But then we got into an argument because this nigga was saying some dumb shit to me. Basically the argument was about one of his friends said that like one of his friends that he invited to come to New Orleans with him was like a fan of mine, and he was just like, oh, my girl da 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 knows who you are, and I was like, cool. And then he was like, wow. He's like, I thought he's like you're like a ghetto celebrity. I was like, explain ghetto celebrity to me, because I don't understand. Like, if niggas know me, niggas know me, you know what I mean? And your friend is a white bitch, so it's like, how am I a ghetto celebrity if I got white fans? Nigga, shut up. You know what I mean? I was getting mad. I was like, I'm a ghetto celebrity, but I got white fans. Like, there's nothing more legitimate than having white fans. Just kidding. But actually, not kidding. You know what I mean? Not kidding in this racist ass white supremacist world. If you got white fans, nigga, you making it. Like, you making it. Like when you don't have white fans, that's when you know you're not really making it. I hate to say that. That sucks, obviously. Like, that's how white supremacy hurts people, especially black comedians. Because black comedians are funny as fuck. But how many white people are listening to them? How much play do they get on TV? You know what I mean? Like, whenever you watch Comedy Central, you always see like now presenting white comedian number 5,622. You know what I mean? It's like, I miss Comic View when I used to be able to relate to the jokes hard. And granted, you know, I will say this: a lot of black comedians, a lot of their comedy is rooted in sexism, and that sucks. Very obviously, that sucks. That's something that doesn't make me happy. But I think, unfortunately, like, I understand black jokes. I understand them and they make sense to me. Even if they're problematic as fuck, they're still like a way that black comedians have of like, you know, coming across that's like more fucking authentic and more realistic to my experiences. But with that said, you know, I'm getting kind of off. But I was just annoyed as fuck that he called me a fucking ghetto celebrity. Just because I don't feel like there's anything ghetto about what I'm doing. I think a lot of people want to, I think a lot of white people especially want to use the word ghetto when they don't understand something, when they don't understand the origin of something, or they don't understand like where that thing is coming from, and they see somebody black doing it, or they see somebody black excelling or doing well from said idea. You know, there are a lot of, where am I coming from with this? And where the fuck is the lighter though? Ugh! This would happen to me. I wouldn't be able to not find my damn lighter on motherfucking cam, bitch. I don't want to use the stove because that's extra. Okay, hold on one sec. I know, I'm like all over the place because I'm looking for a lighter. I'll be right back. Where? Where are you? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that could have been crazy. That could have been terrible, actually. Okay. Alright, I found it. Did I just lose the damn? I did not. Did I really? And dropped the damn medicinal cigarette. Okay. So, back to what I was saying. So I often feel like people use the word ghetto when they don't really understand like where something comes from, or when they see black people doing it. So for me, it really fucked with me that this white dude was really trying to tell me some shit like, "Oh, you're a ghetto celebrity because your random ass white friend fucking like follows me on Twitter or some shit." So that shit annoyed the fuck out of me, and then we stopped talking because I was like, I don't have time. Like I really don't have time. I don't have time. If you're a white person and you're racist or you say ignorant ass things, I don't have time for you. I don't. You want to know why? Because I spent so much of my time trying to appeal and be liked by white people. I spent a lot of my time to be non-threatening. I spent a lot of my time trying to fit in with white people. And I realized very late, granted I'm 23, but I realized very late that there was no way to really appeal to white people. I was never going to be white. I was always, excuse me, every time I appeal to white people, it's because I am a light-skinned POC with some good weave. These white people are not here for me. The white people that are here for me, they're only here for me because they think I'm attractive, or they think that I could tell them something about being confident. And in a lot of ways, I'm struggling to be confident. I'm struggling to like love me and be me, and that's why I make videos. You know, I make videos to talk about the struggle. You know, I know it. You know what I mean? You see me. If you're a fat bitch and I'm a fat bitch, you see me as a fat bitch, and you see my struggle with your struggle. However, I realize that we all have different struggles within the fat bitch arena, within like the black arena, within like the femme arena or female arena or woman arena. You know, we have so much to deal with. But it just really annoyed the fuck out of me. Sorry, go on. So then, you know, so after he's made that ghetto fucking celebrity remark, I was like, I'm not gonna talk to that nigga no more. So he let a couple of days go by before he called me and left me this like long ass voicemail and shit. And I wish at that time I had more like willpower towards like basic ass white dudes. But there's something about a nigga calling you to apologize, girl. And he has like a real cute voice too, so that's what killed me. Like if you got a cute ass voice, if you got a sexy ass voice, don't call me and fucking leave me no voicemail about how you sorry and shit. Cause that shit killed me. I was like, damn, he sounds so cute too. Them white men's. And that's white man syndrome. Girl, I'm gonna talk to you about that shit too. That's that white man syndrome. That entitlement. White dudes be feeling entitled to brown pussy, girl. If you fuck around with the wrong white dude, he'll be telling you how much he love brown pussy. He'll be going in about brown pussy, girl. Let me tell you. It's a mess. But basically, let me get into the story though. Let me get into the real story. Why I'm here. Why I'm sitting here. I'm not making biscuits. Okay. Let me get into this real crock pots. Okay. So this little motherfucking dig dog go start messaging me out of the blue. Just start talking to me. And you know, girl, I be bored sometimes. So sometimes, girl, sometimes I be so bored, I will talk to a nigga, you know? But this nigga was talking about all types of shit that I didn't give a fuck about. He's talking about his job and shit. You know them white dudes. Honestly, like a 30-year-old white man, girl, you would have thought this nigga was 50. He was going through his midlife motherfucking crisis hard. He was like, I'm 30, I feel sick, da da da, all this shit. And I'm just like, girl. It's like literally every time I talk to him, he be telling me about some sort of ailment he got. And it's like, nigga, I am not Dr. Quinn medicine woman. Like, I'm not gonna give you no herbs or no motherfucking tea tree oil or no shit. Girl, you better go take your ass down to that fucking good ass doctor because you over here telling me you a manager at Staples and shit. Nigga, I know you got health care. So these white dudes be killing me. White dudes love to complain about white dudes be killing me because they love to talk about how sick they are, how much what's going on with them and shit like that. But it's like, nigga, go to the fucking doctor. All of y'all niggas got health care. All of y'all is either on your mama husky plan or that blue shield shit or on your company plan. But y'all niggas don't ever want to go to the fucking doctor. What is that? You feel me? I ain't got no health care right now. I'm trying to get my health care. I'm waiting for Obama to tell me. You feel me? I put in my paperwork. So I'm waiting to see what they might do for me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get that physical. I'm trying to get, I already got my physical, but I'm trying to see, if they could run some tests, some analyses, you know what I mean? Really tell me what what is. Because whatever the doctor tell me, I go online and look the shit up later. Like, you know what I mean? I don't fill out no prescription until I really check the internet because they'll be trying to give you all types of stuff, girl. I think one time they was trying to give me Ativan or some shit, and I was just like, I'm not gonna go on a fucking antipsychotic. I don't know if that's an antipsychotic, to be honest with you. I feel like it was like a sedative where like it made you like go to sleep or some shit, or it made you kind of like it was like something to kind of counteract like hyperactivity. But I think that like I am not a hyperactive individual, to be honest with you. Like I'm very like low active or non-hyperactive, like at all, non-hyper. I don't know. But anyways, these white men, they love to talk about how sick they is and shit. But they got health care. But they just want to complain. White dudes love to complain about little shit. You feel me? White dudes will complain about anything. White dudes would be like, shit, I wore the red shirt today and I meant to wear the brown one with the gray khakis. Fuck. I fucked up my whole rotation for my colors this week. My colors are all messed up. That's what they'll say. I've dated a lot of white dudes. I got like white dude, fucking logic. I got it down. I got it down. I understand it. It's terrible. But anyways, let me get back to the story though, girl. Let me stop. Girl, I'm telling you a whole bunch of stories with a story. I hope you still love me though, girl. Um, so listen. Um, this nigga started telling me a crazy story, right? This nigga started telling me an unseemingly story, okay? Thank you, Jade. No. Thank you, Princess Warbucks. Leah. I feel you. I think, you know what? I think it's just like white dudes like would prefer to just be complacent. Like in every stance in life. They would be complacent until you say some shit that invalidates them. That's when they want to bug the fuck out. It's correct. Listen, Jay said, like I got love for my white gay men. Yeah, I got loves for y'all, but y'all do. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like I have mad critiques on shit, but like sometimes I just don't know if it's really relevant for me to like critique something like that most people probably aren't even thinking about. But I feel like sometimes I can't turn it off, and I'm not mad about that. You know, like I'm happy that I have like that I keep thinking about shit. Hey, Alina, treat yourself, girl. It's about to go out. Bless, bless. Girl, I feel good. I feel gooder than a motherfucker, okay? I feel fucking bomb. Alright, so let me get into this. Um, Homie starts telling me a story, right? And he swears up and down he told me he had a girlfriend. I ain't know that shit. So out of nowhere, he starts talking about girlfriend shit. Like, he's like, oh, like, I'm living with this girl and I really just I'm not feeling her no more. I feel like she started moving in with me because she was on hard times and now I feel like I'm obligated to her and I just don't want that. I don't like that shit. And the thing that sucks is like, you know, I mean, as much as like, I don't know, like I don't mind living with people like when I'm dating them. I just think like it can be shitty. Like it could totally be shitty. But I think it could be shitty. Allison Banks, girl, I don't have time to get into that, girl. But, because it's a lot to unpack. But I will say this. If you have a white mother or father or grandmother and you are not a white passing individual, aka people don't think you're white, aka people don't have to, or rather, you don't feel compelled to say that you're white and you are a person of color because you do have, if you I don't know like what defines person of color. I would say someone who has a parent who is a person of color. My mother is a person of color, though she does have I want to say my mom is a white passing POC, but that also depends because I think that I've had a couple people accuse me of being white passing where I don't feel like that at all. But I feel like at the same time, um, only my fam. Only my fam. So I feel like at the same time, um, how do you define this, I suppose? If you're a person of color, you know you're a person of color by not being a white passing person. If you're a white passing person, you clearly have white privilege, or white passing privilege, which the two can be completely separate, but they can also overlap. I think that if you're a white passing person, you might also be entitled to white privilege in certain people's eyes. Because as I said, my mom is white passing to me, I guess, you know what I mean? Like she's very like her skin is white. Her eyes are light, her hair is like it's curly, but like it's like my mom looks white and people do mistake my mom for white, but people also just mistake my mom for Latina. And I think it's interesting, but I think people also mistake my mom for First Nations as well, which she is on her father's side. But I think it's like my mother never really knew her grandmother, so I don't want to say that like my mother is like in any way, claiming First Nations. But like my grandfather's mother, as I've spoken to him, was a First Nations person. I haven't really asked him a lot because like at the time I really didn't care. Because like I don't know, talk to my grandpa, like I hate to say this, but sometimes talk to my grandpa is kind of hard because like he's very like religious, so like I feel like whenever I talk to him, I have to talk to him in like a way that's like non-threatening or like non like excited, and like I have to kind of be like, so, like I don't know, it's like weird. Like I feel like I can't be excited about asking him questions. I don't know, it's weird. It's like my grandpa's kind of like he loves Rush Limbaugh. It's kind of awkward. Like I don't know. Like they're just very big Republicans in the South where my grandparents live, and every time I visit them, I do like these like week long sleepovers with them, and it'll just be like some chaos. Like it'll be like me watching like literally like I will kind of like go kind of like I'll go kind of like leery, like being at their house because like it's in the middle of nowhere, and they're like they live in this nice ass trailer. Like I did not know there were nice ass trailers. I never knew that, but when you go into their trailer, it's fucking nice. I was just like, damn. I was like, yo, how much did you pay for this shit? Like, it's like it's a box that you live in, with windows and shit. But still, you know what I mean? They had a nice ass bathroom. Yo, their tub is shaped like a fucking 4-leaf clover. What old people need that? You know what I mean? My grandparents are old, son. And they just be like in the fucking 4-leaf clover shower and got no handles on the side. I'm like, y'all are fucking dangerous. These niggas be walking hella slow. So I'd be like, child, you know what I mean? Y'all, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. My grandparents are still like in good shape in terms of like, doing shit. Like my grandpa wakes up hella early. He has like a farm in his backyard, which is amazing. But like, I don't know. And like my cousins, whenever they go down there, they're just like so ridiculous. They think like they were trying to get over the concept that you could like eat food like in in your house like from a garden. Like they went outside and they ate grapes and they were bugging out. They were just like, "Oh my god, like we ate grapes in real life." I was like, "Yes, like that's possible cuz the grapes they grow here." I don't know. Mind blown. Like it was really cool though. Yeah, dude, with a toilet. Yes, with a toilet. A trailer with a toilet. Like working toilet and water and stuff. All types of stuff. But anyways, I'm getting like so deep into this other story. Well, basically, this white dude started telling me a story about how he was like dating this girl and she was a person of color. And she was a Haitian woman. And I'm just like, okay, like he's telling me about his girlfriend. I'm just like, when did this narrative change? I'm like, when did it go from like you hitting on me and like making me like blush slash feel like a king? You know what I mean? Like, when did that switch? Like, when did you start telling me about your girlfriend and your shitty ass fucking relationship? That sucks. I don't hear about that. You know what I mean? Keep hitting on me. That's fun. But then niggas want to turn me into mother love. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't want to talk to you about your fucking relationship because I don't give a fuck like that. I don't even really want to see a dick pic. I just want the conversation. That's it. You know what I mean? The good conversation about me. Bitch. I don't know. Shit is wild. Yeah, see, you know what? Biracial people think that by like people that are black or brown or red or yellow, people of color, thinking that any of them like mixing races with like white people is somehow gonna like cure racism. That all you whiteys out there need to go get you a blackie or somebody out here to fuck to make your little fucking tan babies. Like get the fuck out of here. I'm so sick of like the exotification of like light skinned children, of like people of color like actively searching out like white people. And that's the thing though. That's the fucked up thing about like interracial marriage. And I think that that's why that Cheerios commercial made niggas mad, because white dudes don't want to see that shit. You know what I mean? Had it been the other way around, had it been a white man with a black woman, white bitches would have went crazy. I'm telling you, white bitches can't handle it. White bitches cannot handle seeing a black bitch with a white dude. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you they can't handle it. They cannot. White bitches be grilling me when I be at Target, okay? When I be with my white partner. They be like, Mad. Ugh! I'd be like, bitch, why are you mad at me though? What did I do to deserve this, man? What did I do? You know what I do, asshole? I fucking laugh about it and I smoke about it. That's what I do. You know, people are not gonna like me. And I mean, when I was a child, I had this idea that I could be friends with the world, but I met a lot of animals that were mean to me. Met a lot of people that were mean to me. And they didn't deserve my time. They didn't deserve my awesome. They didn't deserve my cool. So I decided to say, fuck you and do me. And look how I'm doing. You know what I mean? Granted, you know, I don't have a fucking like stable place where I live, but that's not like a big deal to me. I prefer to like be able to move around. Like I'm going on a huge road trip soon. And like that shit you can do when you have like a stable place to live, but like you gotta be paying that rent and shit, and I don't want to fucking do that. So I would prefer to stay with people who love me and who want me to stay with them, work in their homes and like help them like clean their shit and like do their stuff, and then also do my side hustle, whatever the fuck that may be, and like do me. Like it's just like the best life for me. I just appreciate it. It's like I am like a cat with a bag, you know what I mean? Like I get to go to people's houses and like chill there and like work and just fucking chill. Um Oh my God, Jane Doe! Jane Doe, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I said, my mother is a white passing POC. She looks white, right? But my mom, like, my mom didn't inherit no motherfucking braiding, twisting, brushing, combing skills at all. Jesus Christ. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord that he only sent Tammy one daughter child. One child that she thought she had to put a million different colors of bobos in her hair child. Like, I was like, I told my mom, I was like, you are so lucky you don't have another fucking daughter, bitch, because what you did to me was foul. You know what I mean? What you did to me was foul. I had the most fucked up hairstyles, like, coming up. When you a baby, you could do any fucking thing. It looks cute. You know what I mean? Your face supports all looks when you are a baby. You know what I mean? Even the windswept look, you know what I mean? Even the crib head, you know what I mean, looks pretty damn adorable. But fuck it. If when I'm in third grade, my mom is still giving me doodle braids. How you, 1, 2, 3 doodle braids with fucking doodle, like fucking bobos at the base and bobo at the end. Why that many bobos? In third grade, I just didn't get it. I was like, bitch. I was looking at these pictures mad as fuck. I was so fucking mad, yo. I was like, Ma. I was like, Ma. Like, honestly, like I don't think it's that hard to style a baby. I was like, you could have just had me looking regular crew. You know what I mean? You know, give me a jacket, a cape or something. You know, layer me. Get me a nice boot. Some nice socks. Like what the fuck? My mom just had me looking like I was going to fucking church, like in the upper room and shit. Looking like I was going to heaven just to get to church or some shit. Like I was just looking extravagant and I'm just going down the street. I'm gonna take pictures of it to document the shit. It's real fucked up. I don't know why my mom did that shit to me. It was just real terrible, real terrible. Um, but anyways, Chelsea. So anyways, so this white dude is over here telling me, you see how I be all over the fucking place. So look. So this white dude is over here telling me the story about his girlfriend and how this bitch is from Haiti and how she spent hella time in Haiti recently. And he feels like that she put a spell on him. No tear. And I'm like, see, and this is the white man that reminds me why I don't fuck with y'all all the way. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I was like, child, like, how you gonna start? How you gonna tell me? We've been talking for how long? How long have we been talking? Oh my God. I'm gonna die right now, yo. My computer hates the fuck out of me, and I don't know why. Like, why has this happened? Like, more than once. I do not want anyone to hear that song. I fucking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, if I wanted to jam to that, I would. I hate you. My computer is such an asshole, yo. Ugh. Crazy. I'm dead. I'm dead, Jason. Uh, Yeah, yo, can I tell you when I learned to do my hair? Because at some point, as a black child, you have to take your hair. You know what I mean? You gotta be like, nah, I'm doing it now. It's for me now. It's for me now. Because I was like, nah, my mom did one style, and I was like, fuck that shit no more. I'm not doing this no more. Because it looked a mess. You know what I mean? Like, just gave me the Jill Scott. And I was too young for the Jill Scott. You know what I mean? Gave me the Jill Scott, braid to the left. So I was just like, why would you do that to me? I'm like, I'm fucking 13. Like, can I get some 13-year-old hairstyle? You know what I mean? Brush it into a puff. You know what I mean? Do a two-strand twist. My mom never did a motherfucking two-strand twist. She only did a dookie twist with Bobos. So I was like, what the fuck? I'm telling you. And the bitch had all she used for product is some fucking Indian hemp. That bullshit. That bullshit Indian hemp. That $1 99% more bullshit in the green jar. And so I braided my hairstyle. When I took my hair from my mom, I fucking did like two little braids down the perimeter of my hair. It was literally the hair equivalent to a chin strap. That's what I did. I did like a chin strap to my hairline, and then I did like two little afro puffs on the side. And, I was just like rocking that shit. But then niggas started calling me Mickey Mouse, and I didn't like that shit. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna have that nickname. So I took them shit out. Like, as soon as them niggas started calling me that shit, I was like, nah. And then for a little bit, I was just wearing the afro out, you know what I mean? But I didn't never have the right products, you know what I mean? So my afro always kind of look a little dead, you know what I mean? A little like to the left, to the right, you know what I mean? To the front sometimes, And niggas will always be talking about my hair. Niggas will always be like, my dad would be like, "What the fuck you about to do with your hair?" I'm like, "Nothing, nigga. This is my hair. This is how it grow." Niggas did not want to feel me. They did not want to feel me. Okay, they couldn't even. And then my dad couldn't even do my hair neither. I remember this nigga did two braids, dead ass, in the front, like that popped like two waterfalls. He was like, burn, burn, and then he fucking put the rest of it in a fucking banana clip. Oh my god, oh my god. Someone just rang my bell. Oh my god, and they have. Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god, hold on. My boyfriend's like showing his place, so like. The realtor's supposed to be here at like 5, but I feel like they might be here now. Wow. Okay, anyways, well, I'll tell you the rest of the story tomorrow.